Guten Morgen, everybody. It's your old friend Rob here. It's my birthday today. I'm 55, and so I thought I would show you guys a little bit of what it's like when we're traveling with our students just for the day on my birthday. Yeah, so normally we're too cheap to pay for the hotel breakfast, but it's my birthday today, so I checked it out and it had bacon. So, breakfast for Rob. Here we go. This is a good breakfast. We got some bacon lightly cooked here in Germany, a little bit of maybe bratwurst, and some eggs, and some really fresh juices. Okay, so this is what you do with the German breakfast. You get your brötchen, you get a nice piece of cheese, put that on there, and you're gonna grab some meat, put that on there, get one of these. I'm gonna go with one more of these. And then you put some jam on it. Nice little sandwich. All right, my birthday continues. The students are here in Germany and they're climbing up this tower. They're gonna have some fun going up there. We were driving on the Autobahn for about 3 or 4 hours. Got going real quick, really quick for a rental van, and had a lot of fun. Day continues. So it's fairly windy today, fairly windy. These guys are gonna take a group picture. I bet you if they might not even be nervous. I mean, it's like so crazy. Look at the clouds go by. It's not a time lapse. This is my pretty wife, Leslie, who is taking video. I should get out of the way. And also bought me a little present, birthday present. I woke up and there was a nice Coke in a glass bottle. She knows me well. That's all I want. That's gonna be great. All the students are going to go. And their hostel is right over there. And their hostel doesn't take dogs, so Leslie and I are staying right close and one over here. And it's gonna be really tricky to get there because you can't drive on a lot of the roads. So we'll see how this day goes. All right, lunchtime, we pulled over at an IKEA. Students are gonna enjoy some German IKEA. Yum. Balls and duck. Here we go. Birthday lunch. Whenever we come to Heidelberg, we always check out the Thinkstadt, which was a Nazi propaganda amphitheater made during World War II. You can imagine all the officials trying to influence the youth of Germany, stepping out onto this stage in front of thousands of people, 7,000, 10,000, 15,000 people, speaking perhaps without a microphone. An incredible piece of propaganda. You know, they built the Thinkstadt right up the hill from the University of Heidelberg and along the Philosopher's Way, and so all the young people had to climb up this whole mountain to get up here and hear the ideas of the Third Reich. And you know, yesterday we were in Munich and we were at the Munich beer hall where the Nazi Party was founded, and you know, it's incredible to think that a few people could get together and have conversations and decide to change the world, in this case for the very much worse. You know, 100 million people die. People groups are being genocided, you know, wiped out, and it was because a few people got together and, you know, had an idea and they tried to bring it together, and they got everybody on their side, and I don't know. When I'm thinking about our young people, I'm thinking, you know, what could our young people achieve in the exact opposite way? Like, how could they make the world a better place instead of a worse place? You know, to be loving and forgiving, and to, you know, the ideas of Jesus, to love your neighbor and to welcome strangers and immigrants, and to show kindness and to do unto others, and to care for the poor and the weak. And so I'm excited that we have young people, not because we can convince them of a political ideology, but rather we can show them a better way of life. And reading the New Testament, yeah, it's a stark contrast to a place like this. We've had a lot of good conversations with the young people about World War I and World War II and the foundation of the Nazi Party, and you know, the scapegoating and the trying to create us against them situations, and the brown shirts instilling terror and trying to throw political dissenters into concentration camps and to try to gain power by fear-mongering. And obviously this is something we don't want to see in our world these days. So it's been good discussions, and history is a valuable thing if you take the time to learn it. Okay, we've dropped the students off at their hostel. They're right at the base of the castle, beautiful place. And Leslie and I have parked one vehicle quite a ways away on the side of a street, and then we found a mall that is tall enough for our van. That's about maybe half a mile away, and it's about $20 a day. So parking is always a challenge in Heidelberg. Now we're walking back to our hotel. Complicated. So Leslie said you're staying right in Heidelberg on the walk plots, the old Stadt, the old section of town. Where do you want to eat? And I said, you know, I'm not actually, we've had such a good day already. I think I just want to have a burger at Five Guys. So that's going to be my birthday supper. Yum. Okay guys, let's talk about hotel rooms. Now it's a bit windy out here. I hope you can hear me. Buying hotel rooms is kind of an art. Ever since we started leading the study abroad program, we buy hotel rooms maybe 40 nights a year for potentially 6 to 8 rooms. So, you know, we're looking at maybe as many as 300 nights of hotel room nights a year. And so we've gotten a little bit better at it. We use booking.com or Expedia usually. Sometimes we go directly with the hotel. They like that better. But essentially there's a lot of things. You're looking for rating and cost, obviously. Anything over a 9 on booking is going to be amazing. Anything over an 8 is going to be pretty good. We used to budget 25 euros a day per person. That's getting harder and harder with the way prices are going up. We can still do it in the small towns. And this swing, I think we've had a couple that were in the $400 a night for 18 of us, and we've had actually one that was in the 300s. So we occasionally can do it. But in the big cities, it's closer to $1,000 a night for us for 18 people, 6 to 8 rooms. So anyways, we found Heidelberg was always a challenge because you can't park in here anything close to the Altstadt, the beautiful castle and the beautiful tower and all of these things is pretty expensive, and you can't park. And so we ended up the last few years staying kind of about a mile out, and the students had to walk, which is tough, but it was within our budget and it was a decent hotel. Then we found this great place. Now it's a hostel, but it's a small hostel. And so I started emailing them and saying, hey, can we rent the whole hostel? Because we didn't want our kids to be mixing with, like, we didn't want to, any weird situations. But we said, hey, if we can rent 3 rooms of 6, the whole rooms, then, then that's cool for them. It's kind of like camp, it's bunk beds, and it's a reasonable price. I think maybe $650 a night. Incredible location, right at the base of the castle. And so they said no to us on the email for a few years, and I finally went in person, and we made the connection, and then they said, sure, we'll do it. So the students are staying there, but they don't let dogs go in, so that means Leslie and I had to go some other place. Now, again, usually we stay way out, and we have to walk a mile in each time we meet the students, which is tough. So this time, we got lucky. You always have to be an opportunist. You watch to see what the prices are, because sometimes, prices are variable. If a place is empty, and we ended up getting a room for a little bit over 100 a night for the Zoomritter, which is one of the oldest houses in Heidelberg. It's not super fancy on the inside, but it's a beautiful history, and we've enjoyed it quite a bit. So that's been a lovely birthday hotel for me. Guys, thanks so much for coming on my birthday. We're going to be back at the Château in a couple days. By the time you watch this video, we're probably back already, and getting back to doing some projects, and hope you're doing well wherever you are.